so far that you've seen? I know you don't have everybody out. You kind of.
Yeah, we've got 8 of our guys the main guys, and then we got 6 on the field. 3 potential starters that started last year. But what I like right now is the guys that we do have. They played a lot of games this summer without our football guys. And I say our football guys, they're our guys, but that's just how we kind of distinguish it. But they're playing great. We expect them hopefully make a run all the way to December 12th, and after that we'll get them. It's tough this year with the tragedies that happened in Columbia as far as pushing the season back a week. And I understand it, and they needed to do that. However, what people that don't know is our starting point guard, Jalen Foster, could potentially miss 10 games.
Right.
He's going if they play for the state championship, and then he goes to the Shrine Bowl, which he is. That's 3, preseason tournament games, 4 non-region games, 2 region games.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. So we have to adjust, but built for that. Honest to
Right.
God, our first couple of years we had great kids, but we weren't super talented. We are more talented now. We returned 7 of our top 9 scorers from last year. And we just got better basketball players, good kids. The culture's been built. We're not, nowhere near where we hope to be, but we're making good, steady increments right now.
I know last year met some goals, didn't get some of the ones you wanted, but you played for finals at the Dorman tournament in a good bracket.
Yeah, we won it.
That's right, you did. Okay.
And it was, I'll be honest with you, not to cut you off, but that was a really good tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, they put on a big tournament.
Yeah, it was a great bracket.
Yeah. Douglas County. Matter of fact, the 3 teams we beat were out of Georgia: Buford, Douglas County, who had a kid just a month ago, Brandon Robinson, committed to North Carolina, big time player. And then the last game we played Peachtree Ridge out of downtown Atlanta, and those guys could play. So we had some things go our way, but that might have been the best we played all year. And you don't want to play your best ball then, but we still played well. I mean, Wade Hampton was good, Dorman was obviously good, Spartanburg. We had a lot of good teams in the region. 11-3 in our region is, it's good.
11-3 in a region with 2 McDonald's All-American finalists, is fair.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. And our region's gonna be tough. I mean, it's always tough.
What do you know about some of the other guys? I know Wade Hampton's had a coaching change. I know, but that brings in an old region foe and the Hillcrest coach moving over there. What do you know about the rest of the region?
I mean, of course, we know how it's picked as far as for like our preseason stuff, but Thompson, and I don't know the exact stats on this, but I want to say they've won the region 6 of 7 years, or 7 of 8. It's a lot. So Dorman's always gonna be good. Coach Ford's got a lot of guys back that are good players. I mean, really good players. Bruton, Murphy, Scott, all good players. Wade Hampton's probably got the top player in the region, Preston Parks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Coach Choplin, who's a good friend of mine, we grew up playing AAU ball together, but, he left a great program at Hillcrest to be the coach and AD there. And then, Howe's going to do a great job at Bone Springs. I mean, they were already better this summer when we saw them. So, Malden had a lot of guys back. I mean, Riverside's got a coaching change. Coach Kraft does a phenomenal job at man. I mean, people think coaches just say this stuff, but, there's not an easy out. There's not a game that you look at on the schedule and you say, you know what, I'm very confident we're going to win that game. I mean, I believe in our guys, but at the same time, we have to go out and compete. And it's, we teach the process over the results, and that's kind of where we are right now.
What are the Rebels going to do? Run, trap, press?
Yeah, we get after it pretty good. We're going man-to-man you. The last couple of years we've had to win more than anything playing a fast game. Last year we averaged about 76 points a game, so we get up and down. I do think we're better this year in half court. In the years past, teams slowed us down. We could win those games, but we'd struggle to win them, and then some we wouldn't win. So I think, our just being who we are, our guys like to get up and down the floor. However, I do think, we can, if we need to get down and grind it out, we've got better playmakers, we've got better shooters, and we've got to get on the board. So I think that's one thing that's really helped us the last 2 years over other teams. We've won the glass, and this year, we've got to do the same thing.
How are you going to replace somebody like David, who last year might not have been the best basketball player you had, but he was the best whatever you needed at that minute?
Yeah, Taven's versatile, man. I'll tell you, it's my 15th year coach, and I don't know if I've ever coached a kid more versatile than Taven. So, great question. I don't think you single guy replace Taven. I mean, I think everybody else that has improved picks their game up. But we got some guys, man. This year, two of our most versatile guys are Tyreek Lynn Sr. and Hayden Brown Jr. And honestly, I don't like to compare, but if you're talking about comparing somebody with Taven, those two guys can do a lot of what Taven did. But Taven was, he was a special kid, coming up with us as an 8th grader when we were terrible and going through all the tough games and tough seasons with us. But we're versatile. Jalen Foster's back at the point guard, Bouvier Howard, you got Ray Miller and Christian Rattel who can shoot it. Tyreek and Hayden, 4 and 5. I mean, we're even letting Hayden do some backup this year at the guard position, so that shows you how versatile he is. And then we got some good young players. We got guys that's seniors here that's going to get some good minutes. Kalen Williams, John Guthrie, so Trayvon Davis is doing good. We've got good problems right now with our depth. Now it's a matter of a 32-minute high school game. You got to make sure you get the right guys out there for the right minutes.
Like what you see so far?
I'm excited. I mean, our group has a totally different personality this year. We graduated four starters, so we've got a totally different group this year. New personality, working hard. A lot of young kids, just hungry to get better every day and just to get experience. So I'm excited about this group long-term wise. We're not very good today, but I'm excited where we're going to go because of how hard they're working and how eager they are to get better. And I'm just excited about a new group.
Anytime you're breaking in some young kids in this region, it's just a killer. You talk about Spartanburg, you talk about Norman, Riverside's played better here lately, some of the Greenville County teams. How do you take small steps in this region and get better a little bit at a time when you don't really have time to get better?
I think you have to set small goals, realistic goals for our kids. Right now we're taking it one day at a time and focusing on, each possession and taking care of the ball and, getting under control. We've got some young kids that don't understand that because they don't understand, possessions and the cost of possessions. But like I said, they're learning, and I'm excited about this group and how hard they work, and we're going to take it one game at a time.
Who are some of the players you're looking for to step up and lead with Bree out?
We've got our point guard who's going to be an 8th grader this year, so that's how young we are.
Right.
So excited about her. She was on my first AAU team here at Byrnes. My first year, she was a 3rd grader. So finally get her and, got her at the varsity level. Our seniors are great workers, great kids. Some of our best leaders we've ever had. I mean, the best leadership we've ever had since I've been here. Victoria Shaw will shoulder a lot of responsibility in scoring. And then Morgan Poe, who will be back from her ACL after Christmas, so she will be back, and we're thankful to have her back. Unfortunately, we do have 2 ACL injuries from the postseason. They got hurt in AAU and travel ball, but one will be back. So that senior will be back, and she was our leading scorer last year as a junior, so she'll be our top returning coming back. So Victoria and Morgan are major contributors, our seniors, and then we got Sid Howard and Dina. And Dina's another one who had 2 ACLs, both knees, so she's coming back this year too.
Oh, wow.
So
what are you going to do? You're going to run, press? You like to get out when you can?
we're going to do a little bit of everything, I think. I don't really know our identity yet. So right now we've put in our base stuff, and we've hit the fundamentals hard. We're going to see what we're successful with, and then as the season goes and as we match up against some of these tougher components, we're going to play a little bit of everything. So.
What's your preseason look like?
We got a preseason tournament on Monday. We host, so we play Travelers Rest here at 6 o'clock, and that's what we're focusing on right now is, like I said, getting our base man and zone in and base sets in, and we really want to get good at our basic stuff so that we have a good start Monday.